at roughly around 8 p.m., 7:53 p.m. at night. And I never do night ones, so this should be fun. See if anybody's around. Monday night. Let me get everything set up here. Always takes me a minute. See how many people have hit their notification bell in the past. Turn this thing down all the way and wait for the live chats to come in. Let's see who's here. All right. Hello, first person. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Please say hello. See who won today with their 16 here now, so I'm not going to know who was first. Sorry. Tam, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everyone signing on. Tomeo, what's going on? David, how you doing? Sir says, what's up, Mark? Thanks for the show. Hey, thanks for being here. Random show. We're just hanging out. Talk about whatever you want. High Voltage, how's it going? Jay, what's up? Eagles. Eric, what's going on, buddy? New York, New York. What a town. How you doing? Fizz, how you doing, buddy? Kirk, what's up? Patrick, I dropped something. Watching at the firehouse in New Hampshire. Patrick, please say hello to your fellow firemen, heroes, each and every one of you, along with all those other emergency service workers and military behind me. Thank you for everything you do every day, boys. Stay safe out there, please. Please, please. All right, now I don't know where I was on here. Okay, J-Mac, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. MSRP, what are we talking about? Dang it, no notification, just came on a minute 40 ago. Tony, what's going on? Tony G in the house, he says. Richard, how you doing? Patrick says, you got my patch behind you. Will do. It's back there. Shout out your fire company. Please do. I'm loving the red interior of the TRD. Can't wait to see it in person. It is called Cockpit Red. That is the name they're going with. Joe, how you doing? Joe Ellenberg in the house. Good to see so many people are around on such short notice. Hey, everyone watching, hit the like button, says M, and I agree with M. Leonard says, have you heard rumors about more info tomorrow about MPG? Stay tuned. That's all I can say right now, you know? Mark, what's going on, buddy? From one Mark to another? Doesn't make a right. That's a stupid joke, but I said it anyway. So let's talk MPG for a minute. If MPG is to come out at some point this week, what do you think the MPG will be? Let's hear what you guys think. Tomeo says, bro, the rear seat area of the hybrid is small. They got to fit those batteries somewhere, right? Blows my mind. But really, could it have gone anywhere else? Somebody said that to me. I don't know. I might have talked about this with you last live stream. I would have lost a little space in the bed. Maybe a little in the bed, a little in the back seat, kind of mounted somewhere in the middle. But then I'm probably overthinking. But under seat storage was a big deal, you know, with everybody with the current generation Crew Maxes. Derek says 28 combined would be sweet. Gilmer says from California. How you doing, buddy? Victor is in the house. He's very happy. Wife Sienna might have been totaled today. Need help choosing our next Toyota for our family of 3 boys. Help out Tundra family. Sienna, Highlander? I like the Highlander. I don't know if that's big enough, but Highlander is the way to go in my opinion. Eric says, I've heard that the double cab is smaller for the next gen. Remains to be seen. It definitely looks like it could be a little bit smaller. Hoping it was just an optical illusion because the cab looks more rigid to me versus today's current gen that has more of a curved ending to it. So I guess it's a wait and see game. We're going to have all these answers real soon because these trucks are going to be on the lot before you know it. I don't know why I would say before you know it. We've been waiting so long. Tomeo says the need to find a new space for them. Yes. Camper Mike, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's everything? How you feeling? Let me know. Tomeo says, yes, 28 to 30 MPG would be nice. That would be a game changer. Still waiting for that game changer. Leonard says, I would love for the twin turbo to be 24 to 25 and the hybrid higher, but I may be thinking too high. Could be. Wait and see game. Gilmer says, have you seen the Sequoia 2023? No, I haven't. I've seen renderings, which, you know, they kind of give you a general idea. I'm pretty sure it'll look very similar to our Tundra we just saw. Simon says, hey, Simon says, Simeon, I think I said that wrong, sorry. Wow, my first time joining one of your live streams while in progress. Cheers, Mark. Cheers to you as well, my friend, cheers. I already said your name wrong, so welcome aboard, you know. Tori, what's going on? Tori, Bush Light Apple, hook a bro up. Camper Mike says, had my last treatment today, feeling rough, but it's your last treatment, congratulations, you got through it, kid. Bill says, hey, dude, it's been a while. It has been a while. Welcome back, my friend. Chad, what's going on? Tomeo says, exactly, not doing or not anything game-changing yet. I feel like there's more on the horizon. It's just me, though. Dave says, Mark, did you see the picture of the very last V8 ever made? Yes. TRD Sport Barcelona Red. The two guys handshaking in front. I did see that. M said, could never understand in-cabin battery storage. Wouldn't fumes be an issue? Could be. It's interesting, though. I don't know. I don't know how to think about it yet. Again, pictures, videos, all this stuff. I want to own the thing and really get a vibe on all this stuff. I don't know about you, and I'm sure most of you agree at this point, especially if you've been around this channel a while. We've been talking next gen for a long time, kind of over talking next gen. I just want to like buy the thing and have it in the driveway and start dealing with it. Because now we're in that weird point of like, I said this a bunch of times, drop the phone there, sorry about that. I said this a bunch of times. There are so many of you that don't like the next gen, and there are so many of you that do like the next gen. So we're still riding that wave of 2021 Tundras because they're hitting the lots again pretty hard around here, just that last push. But we're still trying to talk a little bit about the 2022, but they still haven't released all the information on the 2022. So I'm kind of waiting for all that to come out and then kind of judge off of what we're doing here and there as far as, you know, comparing and stuff like that. But keep waiting, I guess. Here we go. I'm lost. Okay. Richard says 1824 and 3024, my guess. You didn't go too crazy with the guess. I wouldn't be too surprised at that, especially the hybrid. If they're ever going to hit that 30 number they were talking about back in the day, which they weren't talking, it was a rumor back in the day, it's going to take the hybrid, I would think. Chad says, going to drive my 2013 for a few more years before jumping into the new Tundra, but love the new design. There you go. Bubba, what's up, man? Bubba says, hit the thumbs up, friends. Jimmy, how you doing? Camper says, rang the bell. This weekend, I will ring the bell on an old steam locomotive on a virtual rail fan live stream at the local museum. That's pretty awesome right there, buddy. That is very cool. I think it'll sell once people see it in person. I agree with you there. Michael says, do you anticipate getting a Tundra press vehicle anytime soon? I've been really pushing the minute they're available to get one, because the one that's going to be available is going to be the 3.5 twin turbo V6, the non-hybrid one, because the hybrids aren't coming until March 2022. So the first press vehicle obviously was going to be, I would think, the 3.5 V6 twin turbo. And that I would like to test because that is the one I'm not buying. I don't know where I am. Steve says, I don't like Illinois. Steve always comes out with a good Illinois one. I like it. Antonio says, hello, TD. What's the word? Just joined in. Just talking, my friend. Just turned on the old live stream to see if anyone was around. And so far, there's 62 of you. So thank you for being here. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now is the time. Jimmy says, good. I'm glad you're good. If you're good, I'm good. Richard says, I wonder if they will release a Nightshade edition. My question is kind of what your question is. Will we be seeing things like the SX package, Nightshade edition, some of those smaller, weird things that we saw in the last couple years of the Tundra? Remains to be seen. Gilmer says, I recently went to my Ram local dealer, and they had a TRX with a $20,000 markup. Insane. I've been seeing Tundras with $15,000 markups, and they weren't TRX level. They were regular trims. So 20,000 markups doesn't blow my mind anymore. Not with all the crazy markups I'm seeing all over the place. Chad says, I will say, RIP dual exhaust on the new one. Love my dual exhaust on the 5.7. Hear, hear. Jared says, my stepdad is going to test drive a 2022 Tundra when on lots. I like it. Fizz says, with the gas prices these days, I can't wait for my TRD Pro because I drive my truck a lot. So that is where MPG comes into play a lot. There are a lot of you that are all about that 5.7 liter V8. You don't care that it's a gas hog, but there are some people that need that gas mileage and a pickup truck. So that's what the hybrid will come in for. That's good. Everybody wins. John says, currently have the 2018 TRD off-road and love it, but the MPG is making me think I should upgrade. Praying the new MPG is a major increase. Love your videos. Keep up the good work, John. Thank you very much. I'm hoping it is something that knocks the ball right out of the park. And I'm not talking about like a little park like Fenway, or at least if you're a lefty Fenway. I'm talking about a big park, like the old Polo Grounds in New York. Like 500-foot home run. Let's go. They got to knock it out of the park. Needs to be something different. M says, man, the presser would be awesome. Many of us aren't looking for a hybrid. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the prices are going to be completely different because the hybrids are all up in the upper trims. So I'm thinking the more affordable one will definitely be your SR5s, TRD Sport, stuff like that. Just I think these prices are going to be insane. Joe says, probably have to put the batteries in the middle of the truck for weight distribution. Good call, Joe. Tomeo says, yeah, until I test drive a 2022 hybrid, I'm starting to think about keeping my 2019 1794 for a couple more years. Love that 1794. Can't get enough of it. Camper Mike says, was going to replace the battery on my 2017. Just peace of mind since the battery is 5 years old. Once I was going to get jumped $40 in price since I priced it about 2 months ago. Yeah, I mean, at that point, that's great that your battery made it that far. My battery on my 2017 died maybe 2 years, 3 months, something like that. It was fine 1 minute, and next time I tried to start it, no bueno. Jake says, what can I sell my 2018 TRD Sport for? It really depends on your area. I've been seeing, if you look at some of my dealership videos, I've been seeing TRD Sports upwards of $55,000 to $56,000 to $57,000. So that means they're probably getting traded in. If it's between 55 and 57, they're probably getting traded in around 51 to 52. That's crazy. That's crazy because brand new, they probably paid about 47, 48. So it really depends on your area. Sergio says the markups are going to be insane. Yeah, I hope not, but got to go with what you're seeing already out there. McFasto says, hey, buddy, long time no see. It has been a long time. I'm glad you're back. Welcome aboard. Mike says, any info on the 3-inch lift from factory for the new Tundra? No, but I don't know what kind of info there's going to be other than the fact that, hey, if you want this 3-inch lift from Toyota, they have it. It probably has to be dealer installed to keep the warranty. And I don't know anything else from there, but that's a pretty cool option. I'm glad Toyota did that. That's pretty cool. They're coming out with something like that for the Tacoma as well. Very excited about that. I don't know if I'll be doing it, but very excited about it. New York says, hey, Mark. I got that wrong. I've got about 20 plus modifications on my 2021 Lunar Rock Tundra. Want to know if you want to meet somewhere in Jersey to showcase the truck. Any thoughts? Email me, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Include a few pictures, will you? Chad says, what do you think of the I can't speak, and let me tell you why I can't speak. I just went to the movies with my wife, and I had the biggest soda you'll ever see, ever. Caffeine flowing through the brain right now. Let's try it again. So you got to bear with me this whole live stream. Chad says, what do you think of the longevity of the dual turbos? The chief engineer really thinks they have figured it out. I mean, that is totally a wait-and-see game. We're just going off of the history of twin turbos, of forced induction in general. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And we'll see what the warranties look like and everything like that. John says, heard the cabs are shorter than the current and no tow hooks. Blows my mind, the no tow hooks. I'm going to have to dig into that more. It's a truck. You need tow hooks. Tyler says, just called my local dealer today, and they said I was the first to contact them about the hybrid. They said they'd call me when they got one in March. Can't wait. Make sure you stay up on them, though. Once there's an order list officially from Toyota, you should call them back and take care of business up front. Because I don't think there'll just be any coming in. I think there's going to be names attached to all of them once the official ordering opens up. Leonard says, you've got that look on your face like you knew something that you can't tell us yet. Come on. It will just between all of us. I don't have anything, to be completely honest with you. I also heard that this week we would get some MPG numbers, but I don't know if that's true. Anything that's usually under embargo, I have to wait for a certain point to speak of it. But really, to be honest with you, I have nothing right now. Just going off of the rumors like you guys. Jeremy says, hey, Mark, nice to see you. Nice to see you, buddy. I keep missing the live stream. My 2017 did the same with the battery. Oh, man, I hated that. I'm telling you, I drove to my parents' house. No sign of a battery failing whatsoever. I got out. I did my normal jog. I got back in the truck, completely dead. Not a fan. Jerome says, bonjour, from your friend from Mirabel, Quebec. I hope I said that to your liking. At what time does the embargo get removed tomorrow, and is your video ready for all the announcements released? Haven't even gotten any information on an embargo. I'll be completely honest with you. So, no, nothing's made. CNBS Dad says, is Toyota still looking at a December sales launch? Yes, from what I understand, December is when the non-TRD Tundra will go on sale. Simeon says, I'm hoping the rear axle ratio will be revealed tomorrow with the info embargo is lifted. Wondering if it has changed or are there choices now is what you're trying to say. Yeah, choices would be great. Travis says, I have the factory battery in my 15. but I keep it on the trickle charger. I can't believe they will price them out of the half-ton market. I don't know, man. Ryan says it will probably be a spacer lift. Yuck. Agree. Not a big fan of the spacer lifts. Let's hope not. I believe the lift that they offer on the Tacoma is not, so let's have some high hopes there. Antonio says, sell your TRD Sport in California and guaranteed you won't lose any money. California, it's where everything is high priced. Patrick says, what you guys see? Ow, my eye. Joseph says, working the night shift at work, so this is a great way to spend it. Hey, man, if I can help you pass your time at work and help you make money watching me, that's cool, man. I'm all about it. Mr. Dank says, hi, all. Hello, sir. Tomeo says, what movie did you see? Oh, what did we see? I saw the new Sopranos movie. So, won't talk about it in case anybody didn't see it yet. I will say, I enjoyed it. Dill's Place says, hey, Mark, just picked up a 2020 TRD Pro magnetic yesterday. Awesome. Sold an identical 2021 6 months ago and regretted it immediately. Man, I missed that truck. So glad I'm back. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Eric says, same thing with the Ram, no tow hooks. Jimmy says, you probably have a lot of caffeine. Yeah, it's hitting me hard right now, man. I'm not going to sleep well tonight. Jerome says, heard someone say the tow hooks are an option in the many videos that I've watched. Okay, that's good. Unlimited says, I have a 2010 for sale for $43,000. Unless he's saying 43,000 miles. I don't know. Oh, yeah, yes. So the movie was, what is it called? The Many Saints of Newark, I believe. I just call it the Sopranos movie. Greetings from Chicago, everyone. Happy Car Review says. Cubs, baby. I'm a Mets fan, but I have a sore spot in my heart for those Cubbies. All right. Get caught back up here. Sorry, needed a sip of water. Trying to burn out the caffeine. Chad says, I know this isn't 2022 related, but what do you think of the other superchargers for the 5.7 on the market? I know you had your Magnuson on your Platinum. What's the name of the other big one? Harpin? Something like that. But that one I heard is very good. People seem to rave about that one as well. But I don't know. Magnuson has been around a long time, and when it's something like that, I like to go with something that's been around for a long period of time. But being a guinea pig is what it's all about when you do modifications to your truck. So would love to talk to anyone who has had different. Do I drink Monster Energy drink? No, sorry, Bob, I do not. Jeffrey says, thanks, TD34. What can we expect better gas mileage? Hybrid. So if you're asking what kind of gas mileage do I think the hybrid will get, and it's a complete guess because I know nothing about this, I hope the hybrid gets, I don't know about combined, we'll go with the high number, the highway stuff. I'm hoping it gets somewhere in the mid to high 20s, like 27. That would be nice for me. That's being more realistic. I'd like to see 30 because that's been a rumor for a long time, but you know. Any indication how difficult it's going to be to purchase a crew cab in December? I think your best bet is when Toyota, keep calling your local dealer. When Toyota opens up actual ordering for allocations for the dealership, then you want to get on that list as soon as you can. Some dealers are taking the pre-order list now, but there's not even a build sheet for these Tundras yet. So you might want to wait until Toyota officially allows these dealerships to order some. I'm lost. Okay, there we go. Tim from Truck Talk said, starting tomorrow, he will be able to say MPG, rear diff ratio, and driving impressions of the iForce Max. I know the driving impressions part. I didn't know the other stuff. Joe says, Mets fan, I'm sorry. It's been a long life. I'm also an Islanders fan, so I know defeat very well. Happy Car Review says, yes, sir, go Cubs. But right now, everyone, they're supporting the White Sox since they made it to the finals. I never liked the White Sox. I never did. Frank Thomas, when I was growing up, was a big deal. Gilmer says, Mark, don't get rid of your 2020 TRD Pro. Will be hard to get it back down the road. I hear that, my friend. Jimmy says, I had a Monster Energy drink before. Yeah, caffeine going to hit hard. I try to stay away from the energy drinks, but, you know, I still get the caffeine rush with anything I drink, especially coffee. Oof. Sam, what's up, buddy? There will be more mod accessories available for the new Tundra than you can shake a stick at, tow hooks included. What it really needs is a front face change. Ooh, it's the one area that needs work. Well, I mean, it's just coming out, so we're not going to see a change in the front for a while, I don't think. Olaf from SoCal. Hello, HRV. Good to see you, buddy. Sergio says, how long do you think our 2021 Pros will hold their value? Harrop is the name. Thank you very much, Jason. I don't. That's very tough to know. We're going to have to wait and see when these trucks come out and kind of just gauge the idea. I mean, there's still the chip shortage. There's still the market underwater right now. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. The values are still way up. When I walk these dealerships, I don't just walk it for a good time, even though I do have a good time. I walk it to see the price fluctuations in the used vehicles, and they're still way, way up. So far, so good. It's going to depend on where you are in the country, too. Unlimited says, you're a stand-up guy responding to all our comments. I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying. There are sometimes when we did the live stream the night the Tundra was revealed, I had over 1,000 people on here. I couldn't keep up, and I tried to nail as many as I could, as far as the comments, because they pop by real quick on here. That's why I use the phone, because they disappear on here. I try to get everyone, though. Happy says, one thing is for sure, not matter the MPGs, the Tundra is going to beat all the others on reliability, and that's just a fact. That I wait to see, because they've changed their engine so much, but I put my money on Toyota for sure. Salvatore says, greetings from Honduras, new to the channel, really enjoy it. Had a 2004 TT and regret selling it. Hope to get a used second gen soon. Welcome aboard, my friend. Happy to have you. And I hope you get a second gen as well, my friend. Jimmy says, chip shortages make car prices high, for sure. Eric says, I imagine you could switch the front end aftermarket. True, for those that hate the front end. I mean, the TRD Pro, again, has that awesome grille, so, I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to do that. John says, Mark, seen 2 TRD Pro 4Runners Voodoo Blue over 50K, and they were pre-owned. Yeah, even the pre-owned stuff is insane right now. I was just saying to someone earlier in this live stream, I believe it's a 2018 TRD Sport at my local lot. It was in yesterday's video. Nothing special about it, just the TRD Sport 4x4. And it was $59,000, and it had like 8,000 miles on it. Everything's expensive right now. By the way, where's everybody coming from in the world tonight? Where are you? I'd like to know. I'm obviously coming from New Jersey. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Don't be afraid to talk about your truck, where you're coming from tonight. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know every time I put up a video and or one of these random live streams, because I suck at announcing live streams because I never know when I can do it. So happy you're here. All of you hit your notification bell, and that's a good thing. Oh, good. Another sip of water. Let's see if Texas or California wins tonight. Joe's in South Carolina. That's a good start. Canada, Texas, and South Carolina always win. Happy Car Review says, 85 watching and only 27 likes. Come on, guys. Smash the like button. It's free, and it really helps. Another fact. I agree with Happy Car Reviews. I don't agree with the White Sox, but I agree with that. Jimmy says, I really love the 2022 Tundra TRD Pro with the hybrid. Absolutely. Tomatoes in Eastern North Carolina. Dill's Place is in New Hampshire. You still go to Loudon all the time. Love the racetrack. Or I did love the racetrack. Not so much these days. Edgar says, hi from Atlanta. Let's go Braves. In the Dave Justice days, Chipper Jones. Those were the good years. John says, Southeast Pennsylvania, working the last half of my 24 on the ambulance. You're the man. Thank you for everything you do. You are a hero. I hope you know that. Chad says, Texas. Steven says, Texas. Gotta love it. David says, Alberta, Canada. Canada's here. Hyper's Canada as well. Eric says, Houston, Texas. Fred Haas is right down the road for me. Good dealership. The dad says, you're doing great. Thanks for all the info you provide for us subscribers from the San Francisco Bay Area. California's here. Thank you for your kind words. NH says, I keep reading on message boards about the 19 plus Tundras with no external transmission coolers. However, I'm really not hearing of any heat related failures. Have you from Wisconsin? I've not heard of any. None so far. North Paddle says, tuned in from Alaska. What's the temperature right now in Alaska? I have quite a few Alaskan subscribers, and I love that because I really want to go there. Patrick's in New Hampshire. Dale says, Tennessee here, go Vols. Oh, yeah. John says, yo, what up, TD34? New Mexico is in the house. I want to cover all 50 states today. Love it. John, how you doing, buddy? Is it warm there? I'm sure it is. Chris says, Arkansas, I have a 2011 SR5 double cab. Can't wait till next year for the hybrid. Rock and roll. Mr. Strickland says, Wilson, North Carolina. Jeremy says, here from Moorcroft, Wyoming, go Braves. Okay. Tony's from Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, great racetrack. McFasto's in Arizona. Terry's in mid-Tennessee, but he's the only 10 I see. That was stupid, but I love saying it. R. Guzman, how you doing? San Antonio, Texas. I got a 2012 Tundra, a 2019 RAV4 Adventure, and just leased a 2022 4Runner TRD off-road and really want a new Tundra, but hate that it doesn't have tow hooks. What do you think of that miss? Well, apparently they're optional, so hopefully they're not too expensive. That should have been something that's on the truck, though. I'm totally with you on that one. Gilmer says, South California. I have a 2020, and I can't see myself selling the truck. I love it. No reason to sell it then, next gen or not. John says, Mark, do you follow the car care nut on here? He's a master Toyota tech, good info. I believe I do follow him. Problem is, I don't see a lot of YouTube. I'm on YouTube very seldom just because of my weird schedule. But when I have time, I'm usually making a video for you guys. Or tonight, I could have been watching the car care nut right now, but I'm making a live stream for you. So, yeah, good guy. I hear great things about car care nut. A good dude from what I've seen for sure. You got to love the master Toyota techs. Sam says, Papua New Guinea, where they're dancing in the streets. I like it. Matt says Virginia. Jay Chow says Salt Lake City, Utah. Sean says, hey, Mark and everyone. Didn't expect you to be on this late on a live. See? Everyone's excited. Tennessee here. I'm wondering how long it will take for the modifications to start coming in for the new truck. I bet you it will be fairly soon because from what I understood back in the day when it was Rumor City, that they're really gearing this truck up to have a massive modification, like aftermarket scene. So that's a good sign. Like Toyota-backed modification scene, not just TRD. Could be a great thing. The Tukes is in the house. Hello, sir. Massachusetts is here. Eric says, someone will be making a killing selling aftermarket tow hooks for the next gen. Oh, you know they're in production already, my friend. Happy Car Review says, can you share what kind of mic you have? Sounds very clear and looks neat. Thanks in advance. This is some crap one I bought on, I don't know if the box is around here. It might be. I bought this. It's right here. Amazon. This is it. It says mini microphone if you can't see that. Compatible with, and it's all the Apple products. Simple. It was like $10. It's funny. Everyone always complains about the mic. I knew I liked you, Happy Car Reviews. Jeffrey says, Burlington, Ontario, go Hamilton Tiger Cats. There you go. Sir Sand says, what made you create a YouTube channel strictly for Tundras? Toyota, you've had... Hold on. Toyota something had you at the reveal like the other truck YouTubers. Why didn't they offer? Oh, they offered. Please know that. A lot of people ask me this. Toyota did offer to bring me to the events in Texas. I just couldn't go. I'll give you this explanation real quick in case none of you know it. My wife is out of work for the next year because she is a student teacher, getting her master's to be a full-time teacher. So all of the income is right here. So I got to make money and I can't take off from work. I make more money when I work versus when I don't work. There's like a differential. So I need to make all the money I can. So couldn't go on the Texas stuff. The Toyota trips is what it is, but I was offered. Please know that Toyota did offer to bring me down. But you got to put family first sometimes, boys and girls. You got to put it first. John says, you're going to miss the football tonight. I'll tell you what, John, the Giants got completely hurt yesterday, so I need a break from football. Chris says, hi, Mark. Chris from Michigan, 75 degrees. I like it. I think we're in the low 60s now as we go in tonight. Terry says, I have a 2019 TRD Sport. I want that power of the new hybrid, but I don't know if I can wait. Seems to be the problem for everyone, my friend. That's going to be a long wait. Tuke said, decided to throw Nittos on my truck. Chose them over Falcons. Tough decision. Next time you get Falcons. That's the best part. Do one thing now, one thing later. John says, I've got a 1980 Land Cruiser FJ40. I like it. A 2016 Avalon for my commute. And want a new 2022 Tundra as my tow vehicle, but concerned about the payload. I hear that. It is not the payload everyone was asking for. Camper Mike says, can't chat eating. Eat away, my friend. Chad says, I wonder what engine modifications will be available with the hybrid model. Can't imagine being easy to properly code that. I look forward to that one as well. Ryan says, what's up, longtime watcher? Glad to catch a live stream. Ryan, happy to have you, buddy. Happy to have you on board and talking. If you don't mind, what do you do for a living? I unload trucks. I manage a team that unloads 53-foot trailers. Grunt work, baby. 20 years deep doing that now. But I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not one of those people that could sit behind a desk. I like stuff like that. I like going to work, killing the game, coming home sweaty and nasty and ready for bed. The way I like it. Camper says, Mike sounds good tonight. Some videos, you are very muffled. I think the problem in some of the videos is I don't sleep right. You guys know I work overnight. So normally I'll sleep when I come home. I never get enough sleep. I'll wake up and make a video. And sometimes I'm just talking like this. I'm so tired sometimes. Like, I don't even put effort into my voice, even though I know I should. But this is how I'll talk when I'm really tired. But tonight I'm up and I've had a ton of caffeine, and that's probably why you're hearing me so clear tonight. Happy Car Review says, I appreciate it, Mark, and I appreciate you. Dill's Play says, hey, Mark, you have talked about a few different tire brands over the years. After trying a bunch of them out, which ones do you think are the best to go with? I'll give you a few. I really like the BFG KO2s. They did me great. They looked great, great sidewall. I always used to say it looked like a mud tire. That's actually an all-terrain. But I really liked all of the Toyos I had. I had Toyo Open Country Mud Terrains, Toyo Open Country All Terrains, and I had another, I forget what Toyo it was, but it was like a lower one under the All Terrains, and they were great. Every Toyo tire I had performed great. They wore nicely, so I would definitely go Toyo once again. STCJ, how you doing, buddy? You can call you CJ tonight because it's easier. Middletown, Massachusetts, unless that's Maryland. No, that'd be Massachusetts. Love your channel. Love that you're here, pal. Sorry for messing up your name and your town. Patrick says, you're a great husband to do that for your wife. I mean, we don't really have an option. You know, she's following her dream. She's been a teacher, I don't know what they call them, educational assistant now for like 3-4 years to make sure she wanted to do it. You know, and she's following her dream, and I'm never going to get in the way of that. If I can't go on a trip to Texas to see a Tundra, I'm going to own it a couple months anyway. That's cool. I don't you do all this stuff. Keep that in mind. My wife is number one, so she can have whatever she wants. Camper Mike says football is the devil. I like football. John says sunny and 77 degrees in southern New Mexico. That sounds nice. Family first always. Yes, Joe, absolutely. Mike says, you do a great job on this channel. Help up, or I think you're trying to say keep up the good work, but thank you. You get a high five for that. I appreciate you watching. Sam says, Mark, you're a hardworking, salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. That made the USA what it is today, and the USA is the best place in the world, and we will continue to keep it that way. Keep on keeping on. Tuke said, worked in a warehouse and drove a truck for years. Good, honest work. Love it. I don't know. Trust me. There's a lot of better things I could be doing out there, I'm sure, but I love unloading trucks. I love hands-on warehouse work. Always have, always will. It's just the way I am. I don't know. BC says, I have Toyo on my 4Runner. I would like to get Toyo on her 4Runner, to be honest with you. John says, just survived the first week with a newborn. Talk about being tired and muffled, my brother. Absolutely. So there you go. Having a newborn trumps everything I will say, so I apologize. Tyler says, also wondering how a fifth wheel hitch will work in the composite bed. I've seen older models pulling fifth wheel campers and wonder how the composite will handle that. Keep it up. I enjoy the videos. That is a great question, and I, too, look forward to seeing that. John says, how is her 4Runner doing? It's funny. Just today, it got a huge chip in the window from a dump truck, but it's going in for its Toyota Care service tomorrow, so they're going to take care of that. Hopefully, it doesn't need a new windshield. Other than that, absolutely love that freaking truck. I'm never getting rid of that 4Runner. She loves it, and she doesn't even like anything automotive. She loves this thing. I love this thing. Keeping it forever. Would have loved to see you in Texas for a video, but I completely understand family first, and congratulations on your wife with working on her master's. Yeah, me too. Don't get me wrong. There'll be other things to go to, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna stand in the way of something that awesome for something that, you know, is awesome, and I'm totally pumped and thankful that Toyota invited me to it and all that. But we talk about next gen on here for, geez, it's 2018, 2017. Seeing the thing would be great in person and all that, but we'll have our time with it. It is what it is. Thankfully, there are a lot of other channels out there that did get to go, and you could watch all those videos. So there is plenty of stuff out there to check out. Jeff says, hey, TD34, will the hybrid and turbos be hard to keep tuned up? Thanks. It's a great question. Maybe down the road. I don't think up front you'll have any problem with it, but maybe as the mileage gets a little bit crazier, may have to go in for a retuning or something like that. All of those questions can't be answered yet. It's going to be a wait-and-see game on all of that. The longevity, the long-term testing that these trucks go through. That will be the answer. Right now, it's a lot of guessing. Tomeo says, yes, you had an option. We could have helped, but you did the best thing. Had to do what I had to do. Tomeo says, America, always America. Andrew says, love the channel from Kansas here. Have a 20 TRD Off-Road Limited, tow a 30-foot toy hauler. Nice. Really thinking about trading it in with the trade-in values for the same trim and hybrid motor. Awesome. Just remember, keep in mind, bud, March 2022 is when the hybrids will be available. But Andrew, thank you for your kind words, bud. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Otto says, hey, Mark, just noticed you were on. Nice hat and shirt. Yes, thank you very much. This is the hat from Christian Eckes' race team that had me on their Camping World truck, Tundra, in June when I was a sponsor on that truck in a NASCAR race. Still love that. So they sent me this cool hat. Got the that on the back. Very cool hat. Now I got to fix it. Otto says, oh no, we just did that. Dingo says, is there a Tundra 2021 supercharger? So the thing is this with the supercharger. It'll fit on your 2021. They just don't have a tune for that year yet. So Cole Magnuson, there is a way you can do it. I think you just can't have the handheld tuner. It has to be the other option. But call and ask them first because I'm not really sure. Something like that, though. Camper Mike says, fifth wheel would be attached to the frame, not the bed, if I understand how truck bed fifth wheels are mounted. Well, that would be a good thing then. Tuke says, will hybrid be available in SR5? I don't think so. I think it becomes an option. Don't quote me on this. It becomes an option in the limited, and then everything above that is all hybrid. Could be totally wrong on that. Gonna have to wait for all the information to come out, but I don't think the hybrid will be in the SR5. I think that's just for the upper models. Dingo says, thank you, and then I can't say that other part because we know how YouTube is, but funny. Yeah, check out Magnuson. Hit them up. Magnuson will answer all your questions. They are nice people. They answer the phones. Ask them about the 2021. There is a way. Please keep that in mind. All right, water break. Let's see. All right, back at it. R. Guzman says, got a new subscriber here. Welcome aboard, my friend. Love that you communicate with the live chat and answer questions with your best knowledge. Some I know, some I don't, but I'm always happy to talk to each and every one of you because this is the thing, and I say this all the time, and I hope you get annoyed when I repeat myself because I like to. When I do these live streams, it's like sitting around a big dinner table with all you guys and we're just hanging out. We're hanging out. There's probably a couple adult beverages. There's probably a NASCAR race on. We don't have either one of them right now. So all we have is this screen. And I love that you guys are here, so thank you very much and welcome aboard. Camper Mike says, made another Waterboy quote. But you ate it? I didn't see it. Joe says, love the chat room. Great job, bro. Joe, love that you're here, pal. R. Guzman says, Gatorade. H2O. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Oh, we're just doing Waterboy quotes all night now? Otto says, yeah. Curtis says, wish they'd did the Atkinson with the 5.7 and at least made it optional and or in lower grades. Curtis, totally agree with you on that one, buddy. I think they should have kept it around, at least for the... All right, hold on. Everybody stop. Hold on. Let's talk about this. There's no 5.7 in the next generation Tundra. Here's what I would have done if I was someone that made decisions. You tell me what you think about this. I think the 3.5 twin turbo is good. It's forward thinking. I think the hybrid option is even better. That's what everybody expected. That's what everybody wanted. That's going to give you your big horsepower numbers, your big torque numbers. That's going to be the engine that has the great tow ratings and everything like that. I love that 100%. Here's what I would have done, okay? There's a 10-speed transmission for both of them now. Keep that in mind. I would have taken the 5.7 V8, and I would have gone one of two ways with it. Number one, what you said, Atkinson cycle that, put a 10-speed transmission on it, retune the engine. That would have helped with your fuel mileage, but it would have kept that bulletproof 5.7 V8 and would have kept people I don't know how to explain it. When you take away the V8, there's still a lot of V8 purists out there, and a lot of them are Tundra owners. A lot of people drive Tundras because there's still that old school truck versus some of the other options out there in the half-ton market. Taking the V8 away, year one, I don't know if that was the best of ideas. Even though these other engines are probably going to give you all the numbers you ever dreamed of, they probably will be very reliable, but that 5.7 V8, keep that for about 3 model years, right? Even if you keep it exactly the same, 6-speed, 5.7, exactly what we have now, even if you kept it exactly the same, just as an option for those first few years to let people kind of grow toward the next generation. That's what I would have done. That's me. Toyota, they're the ones who make the decisions. They're the ones that turn themselves into the biggest automaker in the world. I'm just some dude who sits in a basement and talks to you on YouTube. But I would have kept the 5.7 around for a few years to help people transition into the next gen and into the future. Future being small displacement, forced induction. Let me know what you think. I'm sure most of you will agree. Before I start reading, one more sip of water, and then we'll get going here. All right, back at it. Here we go. Oh, man, I'm way behind. Oh, YouTube ate it. Okay. John says, what's the best guess on a crew cab hybrid payload? Man, I don't know. It's probably something around 16, 17. XJ2 says, can't watch for long, just dropping in to hit the like button and support Tundra fam. That's my man. I appreciate you, buddy. Camper Mike says, his rant about Vicky and liking her. Yeah. Okay, I got you now. And I like Vicky, and she likes me too. Tyler says, twin turbo 5.7 would be awesome. Bancroft says, the SR5 is the leading selling truck. Don't you think it's stupid not to offer the hybrid in that trim? Yes, I do. At least in the upper trim. You know how right now the SR5 has like the SR5 with the column shifter and the 6-seater, but then you can do the SR5 upgrade package, and then you get the bucket seats and the floor-mounted shifter, and then there's even another convenience package, which gives you even more. They should do something like that. I agree with you. Curtis says, or transition. STCJ says, what does the NASCAR truck have for an engine? It has a big TRD V8 in it, and it will next year too. Dwayne says, me. Simeon says, many folks will miss that 5.7 rumble. Yep, hand over heart, for sure. I lost where I was. Okay, but from what I'm hearing, the new 3.5 V6 twin turbo sounds pretty good. Look forward to hearing a comparison between the new Tundra and F-150. Absolutely. Tomeo says they should have kept and enhanced the V8 and hybridized, yes, it with the 10-speed transmission. You would have bought it last week, yes. Sorry, I got lost on that word there. Chris says, and give us opinions on the rear differential ratios. I'd like to see what they are. Justin says, here in Idaho Falls, there are 2 SR and 3 SR5 2021 Tundras on the lot. That's awesome. Sergio says, you didn't answer why Strictly Tundra YouTube channel. I started this channel in 2016, May 2016, for 2 reasons. Number 1, I had a 2016 double cab TRD Pro in magnetic gray metallic, which was kind of rare. So I figured I would just make a couple videos on the truck. Number 2, I love Tundras. I've owned a bunch of them. And I just wanted to talk to like-minded people about the truck. This started out as just, find a few viewers here and there, talk about the Tundra, swap ideas, install some parts, make some videos, and it turned into 30,000 viewers and a good time. And that's all this channel will ever be. I said this a couple videos ago, I think. There are better channels out there that have a huge budget and they could buy trucks forever. I'm in my basement talking to you on a iPad. And I talk about Tundras because I love them, and I like talking to people that, that love them as well. The mission statement has never changed since the beginning. Just a guy who likes Tundras. That's it, my friend. That is it. Camper Mike says, yeah, I'm not buying one because of the lack of V8 unless something happens and I have to buy another truck. There you go. Gear Up Garage says, what should I do? Trade in my 19 TRD Voodoo Blue for a new 2022 or give it to my 16-year-old and buy myself a 2022 TRD? I'd give it to your 16-year-old, and here's why. Just looking at your picture you have on here, the truck looks awesome and Voodoo Blue is sick. I wouldn't get rid of it. And then if you get the 2022 and you don't like it, you still have that 5.7 V8 to fall back on. And then you got to tell your 16-year-old to get his own car. Toon says, what do you think of the supply chain crisis? I think it's crazy. It's all throughout everything now. Everything is affected by the supply chain issue. So that needs to get fixed up real quick. And that doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. So we might start to see some shortages even more than we do now. But, you know, I got a lot of cans of beans, so I'm ready to go. Dwayne says, is there ambient lighting in 2022? I don't know. That's a good question. Tundra Dan says, what's up, dude? Dan, my pilot. How you doing, pal? How's the crop dusting going, my friend? Curtis says, get some body armor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jeffrey says, Toyota could put the 5.7 in a 3/4 tonner dually option. I'm down with that. I'm sure a few of you are preppers out there, just judging off of the channel. It's not a bad thing to be these days. RB says, hi, RB. Does anyone know what a TRD Limited double cab can safely tow? Now, is that TRD Limited double cab Current gen? Curtis says, at least make the hybrid optional in SR5. They may later. I guess they'll look at sales and demand for the hybrid. I hear the new twin-turbo V6 has a decent exhaust note. I have heard that as well. Happy Car Review says, I totally agree with you on the 5.7, or perhaps they should have tuned the 5.0 from the Lexus to make it fit on the Tundra and make fuel efficient, and keeping the V8 alive, perhaps. I'm daydreaming. No, I'm with you on that one. M says, yeah, bro, don't change what you do. Your format relates to us as one of us and not a Hollywood production. It'll never be, a Hollywood production. Probably could buy a bunch of stuff, but I like this. I like this, you know? I like doing this the way I do it. Seems that a lot of you like it too, and I appreciate that. So cheers to you. And like I said, I will always use this platform that I have to push my love for the emergency services and military of this great country of ours. So having you guys send in your patches is amazing to me. That's the best part of this whole thing. So cheers to the heroes. Dang, I just missed you. You didn't miss me, buddy. I'm right here. Hold on. Here we go. Tundra Dan says, starting to slow down finally, so ready for winter. It's time for a break. Would you ever go back to the Windjet aftermarket lights? I didn't dislike the ones I had. They were just the smoked lens, and you couldn't see when I was hitting the brake. I would get the clear lens next time, but the design was awesome. Awesome design. Didn't have a problem with them at all. All-terrain's in the house. I'm going to make fun of him for a minute, because everyone makes fun of him on his channel for the way that he wears his hat, because he's too old to wear his hat like this. So I'm going to wear my hat like this for a minute, and this is just for you, Mr. Boyd. I hope you're enjoying it. Laughing already. This is the funny thing is every once in a while I'll see people put up, other YouTubers will put up pictures of comments from some of the viewers that are like head scratchers. I have about 1,000 head scratchers a week, so I'm with you on that one. It's like, focus on what we're talking about, not how my hat is. I can't even wear it like that. I don't know how you old people do it. No, I'm just kidding. RB says 2019 double cab. Somebody real quick, look up for RB real quick. What is a TRD limited double cab tow? I'm going to say 9,800, but somebody Google search that real quick. Tow capacity for a limited double cab TRD off-road. Go. Winter's going to be really cold this year. Yep. Living the Dream says, evening. Evening, buddy. I hope you are living the dream. Joe says, keep having a problem with the electrical towing light coming on, but I'm not towing anything, but the truck still runs fine. But it is a pain. It comes on pretty often. Let me know what I can do. Email me, TundraDude34@gmail.com. We're going to figure that thing out. Tomato says, yep, love it. Iron Saint, what's going on? No way a V6 will sound as good as a V8. Have to agree. Happy Car Review says, RB, I heard 2022 Tundra well-equipped is going to be good to tow up to 12,000. All-Terrain is laughing at my hat joke to him. It's nothing but love, buddy. It's nothing but love. Hyper says, do you think the twin-turbo V6 will be reliable in the new Tundra? I certainly hope so, because Swears and the team are putting a lot behind it, and they're talking a big game with it, and that's always a good thing. So we shall see. Excuse me. Jimmy's laughing. Eric says, are you going to go white or lunar? Neither. And I'll let you go with that as far as you like. Fizz says, Mark, love what you do. Keep up the good work and stay safe with the family. Much love from Ontario, Canada. Much love to you. Canada, we love you. You're like the 51st state. You're like our little brother. We love you, man. And hockey. I mean, nothing better. Living the Dream says, thank you. I am waiting for my October 4th build Tundra Pro. Happy belated birthday, my friend. Samuel says, glad to catch you live. Former F-150 guy. Hi, Samuel. Thank you for all your comments on all the videos, bud. On the fence on a 2021 or a 2022, dealer in Laurel, Maryland has a Pro this weekend for $55,500. Didn't bite, though. No markups. Sheehy Toyota? Is that it? That's a great Toyota name, if so. That's a great price for a Pro, especially if there's no markups. That's the best price I've seen in a long time on a Pro. V6 sounds great in cab, but I'm guessing it's fake sound. That's what everyone says. Dingo says, prepping is great. Former military here. Look up Club K container. And you guided me on getting a Tundra Pro after having a Ford Raptor in the shop monthly. Well, they do say, Dingo, they do say that the Tundra is a great bug-out vehicle. There is a prepper out there who has the Tundra and talks very highly of it, so keep that in mind. New York says, do you think the current Tundra looks meaner than the 2022? I'm still a huge fan of the current generation Tundra. I don't care who hears me say it. I think the 2021 still looks fantastic. When I go look, there's pros and cons to each of them when I compare the two. But when I go look at the old one, certain, configurations of it still look as modern as can be. So, I'm sticking with that. John says, homie don't pay the dealer markup, pure profit fees. Yeah, no, I don't pay the dealer markup either. Iron Saint says, have you always owned Toyotas? I also owned, my first car ever was a coupe 1996 Dodge Neon. It had paint cancer. It was a crap box, but I love the thing. I actually ended up painting it orange. I think you want to see a picture? I think I have a picture of it somewhere in here. I always laugh when I see it. I'd have to find it, but it's somewhere in here. Let me see if I can get you this picture. You guys can keep asking questions along the way, and I'll keep answering. Yeah, so my first car was a 96 Dodge Neon, and let's see if it's this. Yep, hold on. We're going to find it for you. I'm going to show it to you. I didn't buy it orange. I'll put it to you that way. I painted it orange because I was young. And here we go. I'm trying to get a better picture than that. I know I have one around here somewhere. I get all these, every once in a while actually I'll show you this one too because you'll make fun of that one. And I don't mind you making fun of it. Oh, that's a good picture. Okay. So the car was white. I put like a body kit on it, so for a little while, I don't know how good you'll be able to see that picture, I was riding around with a mint green Dolphins style body kit, the Blitz kit that was from the Fast and Furious Eclipse, okay? And then I took it to Mako with no money, and I painted the car completely orange. Orange, it had black everything on it, black wheels, carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber mirrors, carbon fiber exhaust. We were all young at one point. That was in 2002. It's a Dodge Neon. I love that, you guys. Here, just so you can have another moment with that, because I figured you would absolutely love making fun of this. Yes, the Dodge Neon, my friends. Coupe, which was hard to get. I paid $2,000 for that thing right at high school graduation. Other than that, non-Toyota, I owned two Jeep Wranglers. Both were two-door. One was orange, actually. I guess I like orange. One was an orange two-door Sport S, and the other one was a silver Arctic Edition. What did they... Oh, they used to call it... You said pumpkins alive. They used to call it... My friends would call it the Tangerine Machine. That was the joke name for that. But yeah, it was a... we can make fun of it all we want. I got to tell you, though... So I was young. I didn't have a lot of money, right? And I built that thing completely out of pocket, and it cost a lot of money to build, but it was a piece of crap, It looked like one of those Pimp My Ride mobiles. All right, now I got to go find where I was. Let me get a sip of water there. That was a bad burp. Make sure everyone, real quick, if you're subscribed to me, go subscribe to All Terrain Nation. Great dude. Absolutely love him. I can make fun of him on here and he'll just laugh at it. He'll make fun of me on his channel and I'll just laugh at it. Go follow him. Up and coming YouTuber, automotive all day, Ford Bronco owner, the new stuff. He gives you the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of its competitors as well, as including the Jeep Wrangler. And he drove the next generation Tundra. Good dude. Dave is a good man. So please go follow him. Help him out. Let's see. I'm lost where I was, but I will... Okay, so Greg says, I have a 2021 Tundra TRD Pro in Lunar Rock. How many Tundra Pros do they make a year? And how many in the yearly special color like Lunar Rock? Just wondering how rare is my truck. They never announce each specific color. I believe they make 5,000 TRD Pros. I think that's the number. But they never tell you the color. I will tell you one thing that's cool. Army Green was the 2020 special color for the Pro, as we know. But because of the factory being shut down because of COVID and all that crazy stuff going on last year, I think I'm going to be one of those guys who has an extremely rare truck and I'm about to trade it in. And then a year from now, the video is going to be titled, Why Did I Do That? So get ready for that. Eric nailed it. Solar octane, baby. All Terrain says, remember the embargo ends in the morning. All Terrain, do me a favor. Email me. No. I'll hit you on the messenger later. Living the Dream says, Faulkner Toyota in Harrisburg, PA. No markup, white TRD Pro on the lot today. So if you're in that area, Faulkner Toyota. Faulkner, like in the movie War Games, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, near where Mike Richter, the Rangers goalie, grew up. Jeremy says, I came up with 9,100 pounds if 4x4, 2x4 is 10,100. Not bad. Living the Dream says, retired, first sergeant, U.S. Army, 74 to 75. Hoo-ah. Do I have Army rep? I don't know if you can see this on camera. I don't think you can, so we're going to move you up. My father is a Vietnam vet, 4th Infantry, U.S. Army. I don't know how good you can see things. I'll try to do that and still be in the shot a little bit. Yeah, I'll just do that. So my father's 4th Infantry Army is just under, oh, I'm pointing, it's right here, U.S. Army, all that. Up top, we have the 82nd Airborne Division. Oh, pointing weird for the camera. Now you can see them all. So there's a good amount of everything up there. I'll stay out of the way if you want to take a look at some of the patches we got behind me. I got a huge head. We just gauge that size of this head. Crazy. All Terrain says 1985 Buick Skyhawk here. Okay, I was ready to say Skylark. Hybrid Hyper says, I doubt there will be a dealer markup in Canada. I'm not seeing them on the used Tundras on the lot anyways, finger crossed. I hope so. I hope there's no markup. Michael says, is there anywhere near you where you don't have to pay over MSRP for Tundras? Do you anticipate having to buy your next truck online and having it shipped to you? I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I will tell you this. I have gone to Toyota for help. I've gone directly to my PR guy for help on that one. But the dealership down the street from me doesn't really have markups. They have their normal $1,300 dealer add-on stuff, like a pinstripe and nitrogen and tires. But they have that all the time. As far as an actual markup, they don't have any going on right now. 1989 MR2 for Anthony, and this is where everyone starts making fun of me. Hyper says, oh my God, it's a Dodge Neon. Tomeo says, oh my God. Jerome says, my first car was a 1985 Toyota Celica Supra Blue. Like it. Jimmy's laughing at me. Yeah, keep pumpkins alive, says M. Joe Polk says 6,500 to 10,200. That's the tow rating. Dirt Rider says, sup, bud. Taking my 17 into dealer tomorrow. Anything wrong with it? Or are we just doing service? STCJ says, if Toyota is putting a V8 in the NASCAR truck, that means Toyota is making V8 parts for the new truck, 2025 TRD HD. I don't think they're making another V8. I think they're going the other direction. Hope I'm wrong. Thanks for showing your first car. I knew you guys would love it to make fun of it. Excuse me. Happy Car Review says, my first car, 1989 Corolla. 30 years later, I bought a 2019 for my daughter. Damn, I'm feeling old. We're all feeling a little old. Tomeo says, yeah, you subbed on your last live stream. I subbed on the last live stream. Well, welcome aboard finally. John says, first car, 1983 Toyota Tercel. Damn, I'm old too. Living the Dream says, 4th Infantry in those days, Fort Carlson, Colorado. Cheers to your dad. Cheers to you from my dad, because I know that's what he would do. Springfield says, SR trims are going for invoice around me in Southern Virginia. That's awesome. They're going for a markup here, as far as I can see. Dan B says, it appears there is an auto start-stop on the new Tundra. Any idea on how well it works? Can it be programmed to stay off? I will say this, in the Supra that I drove for a press vehicle, however many months ago I drove, you could turn it off and keep it off. It's not just every time you get in you have to hit the button. So that was a big win. Hey TD, what kind of warranties better? Are you asking warranties for the next gen? Because there's no information on the warranties yet, but I'm sure they'll be just like there are today, hopefully better, but just going off of what I think. Later, Mark, I have a show to do. All right, man, talk to you later. NK Nail says, hi, TundraDude34. This is Aaron from Nebraska. I owned 2 SR5s now. I currently have an 18 Limited in perfect condition. Should I get a new 2022 Tundra? I mean, here's what I'm saying. This is the way I look at it. Do you have to get a 2022 Tundra? Absolutely not. Can you get a 22 Tundra if you want to? I don't know. I'm in the same boat, but because of this channel, I will be getting a 2022 Tundra. A lot of people are going to wait a couple years to get all the bugs worked out. EP says, hi, Mark. Nice to see. Oh, that went by. Okay, there we go. Oh, no. Otto first says, more history, please. If you don't mind me asking, where did the 34 come from? Well, I'm glad you asked where the 34 came from. You see up here? That's me playing hockey. If you could see, I have a tuxedo jersey on in this. That was my bachelor party. I was a hockey goalie my whole life. And my whole life, I was number 34. Why was I number 34? John Van Beesbrook, who was an NHL goalie for years. That is what the 34 is. I attach it to everything. I'd be happy to tell you anything you want to know. EP says, hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Thanks for all. EP, you're the man. I want you to know that. All Terrain is going to do his own thing, so if I'm done with my live stream, go check him out on his. EP says, the markup videos. Ooh, don't like the markup videos. I wish I could tell you there are no markups. David says, 2022 Tundra Limited ordered Blueprint. Solid. Blueprint's a nice color. Sergio says, I'm just hoping Toyota doesn't get into the American manufacturing game where you have to trade in within 100,000 miles due to defects or malfunction like Ram, Chevy, and or Ford. I hope not. Terry says, first vehicle for me was a 1983 Toyota pickup SR5 4x4 long bed. My dad bought it new and gave it to me when I turned 16. It was just 12 years old. Thing probably still runs. Otto says, my first car, 81 Corolla, awesome car, first Tundra, 2002. Jeffrey says, yes, new Tundra. So yeah, we're waiting on the warranties, but I'm hoping there is something that puts people's minds to ease with all this new stuff coming out. Kuro says, 90-ish Dodge Shadow was my first car that I never drove. I think you mean to say ever drove. Practice on it, got my license, and it sat. Okay, you really never did drive it. The first car I bought for $3,300 was a 1990 Chrysler LeBaron with a drop top. I love the LeBarons. I love that. Happy says, what can you tell us about the redesign of the Sequoia? Are you going to bring any pictures to the channel same way you did with the Tundra? Oh yeah, when something comes out with the Sequoia, I will. I would think it'll be another year or two before we see that next generation, and it'll probably look just like the Tundra if they keep going in that same direction. Springfield says they are offering my best friend an SR for $36,500 for a 6.5-foot bed with remote start out the door. Excuse me. MSRP is $35,000. There are great deals to be had. Just got to look for them. Godspeed. I totally agree with what you're saying there, Springfield. Tiger says, hey, Mark, nice to see you in this beautiful night. And it's great to see you, Tiger Woods. John says, guess that big head stops a lot of hockey pucks. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I bought a helmet that I could barely afford when I was young. And I couldn't fit into it, but I needed it. Mentally, I had to have it. I used to get headaches for how tight this thing was. I showed it to my coach, and he was like, this is a large, extra large. I got a big head. Big head. Why not make the rear doors aluminum too? I don't know. That's a great idea. They did some parts aluminum, some parts steel. I don't know. Weight savings, maybe they didn't want to go all the way. Iron Sane is laughing at big head joke. I mean, you can see it for yourself, guys. I don't know. Here, look. This is... Come here, Kyle Petty. This is the size of a dinner plate, and there's my head next to a dinner plate, okay? I mean, it's not a small head. Big dome. Hats don't fit. Nothing ever fits. You know how, like, especially if you grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, everyone wanted the MLB hats that were fitted. I had a lot of trouble with those. Xer says, holding on to my 2020 TRD Pro. I don't blame you, buddy. M says, just good vibes about your Neon. My first was Lancia Beta, which screamed when it worked. Haha. Dude, Neon was awesome. That's why I show you guys. That's why I still have pictures of it. I mean, at the time, I loved it. Now it's like, oh, man. Michael says first car was a 1975 Dodge Coronet. It was a very good car, but it was built better than anything Chrysler makes these days. Oh, yeah. People who complained about Chrysler back then would be dying for that kind of reliability right now. Tyler says, I got a 2021 TRD Lunar Rock for MSRP. Gets delivered at the end of the month. Can't wait. You should shout out your dealer because that is awesome. There's not a lot of MSRP going on out there. Kelvin says, have you heard about Spintech Pro Series mufflers for the second-gen Tundra? No. Tell me about it. If anyone has, help out Kelvin. Spintech Pro Series mufflers for the second-gen Tundra. Go. Well, there's still a good amount of you on here. I'm thanking all of you for being here. It is late into the night now, right? 9 o'clock. We already did a full hour of this. So let's round up. We'll do one more round of questioning, and then we will call it an evening. So does anybody else have anything to add? Do you like this view with the patches like that? I try to move the camera around as much as I can. I will tell you a quick story. You guys always want to hear about history and dumb stuff like this. See that dollar bill up there? That dollar bill was the first dollar I ever made doing anything in the automotive sector. That is the first dollar. Right when I started the channel, I was asked to do a survey, and they sent me $1. So I put that up there. So that is literally the first dollar I ever made doing anything automotive. So I figured that's a little, you know, a little piece of history, and it's going to remain there. Billy Joel signed record, The Stranger, Can't Beat It, all that stuff. That was made in my old hockey days. Has my name on it and says Police Athletic League, which was the team I was on at one point. A lot of history up there. I try to put all the fun stuff. Okay, back to it. Let's see. Tyler says, my girl Trina is hooking up. Dealer's name, rock and roll. Samuel says, first car, 1972 Ford Limited two-door. Ran sometimes, right? Paid $250. That's awesome. I love stories like that. I love that. Happy car reviews. It was a pleasure to share some time with you and your viewers, Mark. Got to go cook some Mexican. I don't know the next word. The side effects of being a single dad. I got you, buddy. Well, enjoy those delicious chilaquiles. I'm sorry, buddy. Tacos. Have a good time with it. Thank you for being here, and go Cubs, right? Jeffrey says, got a FJ Trail Teams 14, never a problem. Hard to think about trading it. Jeffrey, quick story about an FJ Trails team. I actually passed up a gray 2012 Trail Teams for that Arctic Edition Wrangler, and I still regret it. RJ says, hey Mark, do you have confirm on fuel octane requirements for the new V6? My first car was a used 83 Mazda 626 5-speed coupe. Still own my 2001 4Runner getting Platinum Tundra in Blueprint Blue, which is awesome. So, at first, there was a little readout on the bottom of one of the advertisements from Toyota that said it needs to be premium fuel to get the horsepower numbers they're talking about. But Toyota contacted me the next day after I made that video and said, no, that was a misprint. Take that video down and tell everyone this is the truth. You get those horsepower numbers with regular fuel, 87. So keep that in mind. 87 octane for all those big horsepower numbers. Tiger says, I went to get my first oil change last Saturday and saw a Lunarock TRD Pro with a sticker price of $56K and change. Asked the sales guy and he said it's available, but with a $10K markup. Yep, that's usually how it goes. Independence Day is my favorite movie. This is from the original VHS tape. I always have to show people this. You see the White House? It's a hologram. On the back is a note from Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, the writers. Independence Day is by far my favorite movie of all time. And then there's this board that holds, I can't get the thing back in. This holds like DVDs, like a display. That's from Resurgence, the second movie. That was a tough one to watch, huh? Tiger says, dealer is Smithtown Toyota in Long Island if anyone is interested in paying $10K over, but let's go Islanders. BC says, first car, 1969, Mustang Mach 1 351, Windsor Blue Metallic. Now that's a good first car. Megan says, Sasquatch says, bring back the V8 to Toyota. I agree. I want a V8 in Toyota. RJ says yes. STCJ says yes. RB says, if I put the TRD exhaust on my 2020 Tundra, will I need any kind of tuning? Negatory, good buddy. That is a simple bolt on. Nice and easy. Tomato says, very nice. All right. I'm all caught up. Now, that was a fun live stream. I'm going to try to do as many at night as I can. I work overnight, so I'm not working tonight, which is why I'm able to do this. I would be getting to work right now if I wasn't working. But for all of you folks, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Let's go down here a little bit. And, yeah, hit the notification bell as well so you know every time I put up anything. Thank you, Samuel, for being here. It's good to finally catch you on a live stream, pal. Come back for more. And also, I always like to end my live stream with this. A humongous, the biggest thank you I could give ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our military and emergency services out there in the United States and Canada. Thank you for everything you do to keep us safe and to help us enjoy these things like the Toyota Tundra. Without you, we would be nothing. And also a massive thank you to the truck drivers of these great countries as well, over the road or local. Without you, we don't get anything. So thank you to all the truck drivers out there as well. Everyone stay safe. Thank a vet. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for being